Om Swastiastu, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Hi everyone, my name is Wayan Suharta. I'm an associate professor from ISI Denpasar, Indonesia Institute of Art Denpasar, Bali. I'm teaching karawitan or Balinese traditional music. Today, I would like to present my paper entitled Gong Kebyar, Goes Worldwide, Guiding Balinese Culture. Gong Kebyar is one of Bali's traditional music ensemble tuned in the five-tone dialogue scale with is identified with its Kebyar musical element. Gong Kebyar repertoire consists of what we call as tabung Kebyaran, which is a form of composition where all the instruments in the ensemble play at on with polyrhythm, dynamic, and harmonic action. Musically, Gong Kebyar is a chorus-sounding ensemble, a harmonic contraction that is dominated by primarily percussive instruments. Gong Kebyar is known for its musical flexibility and being adaptive to different eras. Hence, it has become one of the most popular form of performing art in Bali. I place Gong Kebyar as the focus of the analysis of this presentation due to its potential as Balinese ensemble that has multifunction and multi-context. The analysis is focused on Gong Kebyar in the Balinese performing art and Gong Kebyar in guiding the Balinese culture in the dynamic social cultural change. This paper uses the qualitative interpretative method with a cultural studies approach. It tries to answer the challenges to understand, give interpretation to the empirical phenomenon, but is combined with logical thinking, truth values, and existing social context. The analysis emphasizes the nature of reality that is built socioculturally while also focusing on its values. Gong Kebyar identity. Gong Kebyar is a product of Balinese culture as a clear identity and is one of the unique type of art in the Balinese performing art community. The definition of identity in the art context can be understood as a detailed description of the characteristic or feature of an art form that differentiates it from other art groups. As a part of the Balinese culture, Gong Kebyar has traditional characteristics to show its identity. Generally, play it in a sitting position, facing the instrument, physically dominated by instrument shape in gong and rectangular case, uses a five-tone dialogue skill. There is a ngumangi system and organized by a group called a circle. Based on the number of type of instrument, the instrument in the Gong Kebyar ensemble can be classified into three categories. Gong Kebyar Barungan Cangkap or Barungan Ageng, Gong Kebyar Barungan Madya, and Gong Kebyar Barungan Alit. The three types of Barungan or ensemble basically consist of gong-like, rectangular case, and plate-shaped instrument. This is Gong Kebyar ensemble like the following picture. There will be the concept in Gong Kebyar. In each practice, Balinese artists are always guided by the concept of balance, which is oriented toward God and evil, dualism, all with included similarities and differences, commonly known as Rua Bineda. With the concept of balance, you can see how artists use artistic values to create head art. Most artistic themes depart from the principle of dualism, where norm and ethic become part of performing art in Bali. Balance in the two dimension perspective is one of the basic concept in Gongkebyar. Gongkebyar instrument are always made in fair. Lanang wadon, male and female, the ngumang is a tuning system, two of the same notes, but with slightly different frequencies. The element of the melodies in Gong Kebyar are synonymous with traditional Balinese music. Almost all type of Balinese gamelan have their own principles of interlocking play with various themes, such as kotekan, cecanatan, tetorekan, and ubit-ubitan. The techniques of playing with polos and sansi remind us that three are elements in a balance that is not always equal, but in competitive interaction. Gongkebyar guiding Balinese culture. Gongkebyar operated in 1914, at first in only Grey in North Bali. The novelty and brilliant experience by Gong Kebyar quickly spread throughout Bali. At least in the 1930s, this gamelan euphoria had turned it in the Gong Kebyar performance between kingdom throughout Bali. Gong Kebyar developed new concept, but physically, musically, and functionally, where was born according to the dynamic of the time. Gong Kebyar performance provide unlimited space for prayers, such as Gong for children, women, youth, mixed youth, and adult, including the elderly, to be creative, which can give an attractive thought with a life there and cater appearance. This is children Gong play Gong Kebyar like the following picture. Dancer mentioned Gong Kebyar as the most popular and influential gamelan genre in the 20th century that developed on the island of Bali. Dancer emphasizing that Gong Kebyar has a firm, self-aware, independent attitude, free from various categories and functions. According to Bandem, it seemed that since its inception, Gong Kebyar was indeed created as instrumental music and a place for its composer to express themselves, the freedom to create new pieces and make complex arrangement and a sign of new creation. As a cultural value, Gong Kebyar participate is guiding Balinese culture in all its socio-cultural change. The characteristic of Balinese culture with its synergy of religion, aesthetic, and solidarity include the gamelan Gong Kebyar in various expression and activities of the community. As a cultural expression, Gong Kebyar is significant representation of Balinese cultural event and behavior. This is because music is basically and symbol of things related to the ideas and behavior of a society. Gong Kebyar worldwide. Gong Kebyar is not something foreign. Ordinary people, village people, city people, and even though world community already know it. The existence of Gong Kebyar today is no window. That artists was not gamelan players are also taught by Gong Kebyar aesthetic. Even thanks to Gong Kebyar, many of them have become professional artists. Gong Kebyar is one of the Balinese gamelan that has become worldwide, having entered Europe in 1931 and subsequently spread to the America, Asia, and Australia. In Bali, as its birthplace, Gong Kebyar is not only honored by every village of Banjar, but also by art galleries, government office, and school. Gong Kebyar can also be found throughout the archipelago, from the big cities in Jakarta, Surabaya, and Bandung to the Balinese ethnic community such as in Lampung, Palu, Kendari, Tanah Papua, and others. Since the 1960s, Gong Kebyar has been included in the university curriculum in the United States. Key mental food, ethnomusicology, brought a Gong Kebyar, which is used by an art group called Ska Anyar and the Institute of Ethnomusicology, University of California, Los Angeles, claim. This is Gong Kebyar as a learning medium for students from several overseas campus. Through the concept of bimusicality, Gong Kebyar has been studied by students from various countries who come to this institute. Since then, Gong Kebyar began to spread to several campus, cities, and various places in the world. Until now, Gong Kebyar has always been one of the media for Indonesia cultural diplomacy. Keeping at art group with Gong Kebyar sent to and placed at the embassy of friendly countries can currently strengthen then bilateral relation with Indonesia and other countries worldwide. Gong Kebyar, as its prima donna, is increasingly interested in being involved in collaborative work that combine traditional music with Western music, which is a reputation to be proud of. Conclusion. Gong Kebyar is an expression of the beauty of the Balinese people that give dynamic to age people carrying a synergy between aesthetic, religion, and solidarity. As a tech, Gong Kebyar has made positive contribution to the dynamic and development of Balinese performing art. Gong Kebyar provides unlimited space which make it famous worldwide. Contextually, Gong Kebyar has contributed to strengthening the socio-cultural of the Balinese people and holistically has been successful and has the ability to the Balinese culture. Gong Kebyar, with its advantage, is still able to maintain its local identity until now. Therefore, it is an obligation for all of us, especially the Balinese people, to maintain the unique integrity of Gong Kebyar. If this matter is not hidden, not only the people of Bali will be harmed, but Indonesia and even the world will lose a priceless treasure. Ladies and gentlemen, that all my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Om Santi 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 Om. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.